Let's talk about the 2025 Emmy Awards. It was a night of big wins, sure, but it also featured, well, one of the most baffling, cringy, and just plain worst ideas in the entire history of award shows.
Hey, Explainer crew, before we get into this absolute train wreck of an idea, you know the drill. Do me a quick favor and smash that subscribe button so you never miss one of these breakdowns. Okay, so how did we get a reaction like that? It all started with what was maybe, possibly, a well-intentioned idea that went so spectacularly wrong.
So the producers, right? They wanted to do something different. They wanted to keep the show moving, make it fun, and hey, do a little good in the world. So they cooked up this little game for charity.
So at the top of the show, the host, Nate Bargatze, announces this really fantastic starting donation, $100,000 to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Awesome cause, generous amount of money. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Oh, just everything. Everything could go wrong because this wasn't just a simple donation. No. This donation came with a twist that basically turned the entire night completely upside down.
So here was the catch. For every single second a winner's acceptance speech went over a super strict 45-second limit, $1,000 would be deducted from that charity total. Yeah, you could practically feel the air get sucked out of the room.
And on the flip side, to kind of incentivize people to hurry it up, if a winner wrapped up under 45 seconds, $1,000 per second would be added. So yeah, they turned the most emotional, important moments of the night into a frantic, high-stakes countdown clock.
So what was the result? It wasn't a faster show, I can tell you that. It was basically an exercise in public humiliation. It turned a night of celebration into this deeply uncomfortable guilt trip for absolutely everyone.
And that was the immediate gut reaction from critic Kevin Fallon, and let's be honest, for most of us watching at home. It just felt icky. It totally sucked the joy out of the win and just replaced it with raw anxiety.
The impact was immediate, and it was toxic. All of a sudden, winners, in the single biggest moment of their professional lives, were made to feel insecure. They were literally apologizing for thanking people. And we, the audience, were made to feel like we were taking money away from kids if we wanted to hear a full, heartfelt speech. Just, ugh.
And the artists' reactions really said it all. You had Hannah Einbinder, finally winning for Hacks, actually offer to pay out of her own pocket just to be able to thank her team properly. It was wild.
And this one just shows you the human cost. Think about it, apologizing for honoring your deceased family members because some arbitrary clock on a screen told you that your grief and gratitude were costing children money. It was just awful to watch.
But here's the ultimate irony in this whole disaster. The show's obsession with keeping speeches short was completely contradicted by what actually worked during the night, what was actually good TV.
So on one side, you had this terrible gimmick creating these rushed, awkward, apology-filled moments, and on the other, all the best parts of the night. Jennifer Coolidge and Tina Fey just rambling on as presenters and being hilarious, these awesome cast reunions for shows like Gilmore Girls, and the really heartfelt speeches from the winners who just decided to ignore the clock.
Ultimately, what the gimmick did was send a really clear message to everyone watching. The awards don't matter. The speeches don't matter. The thank yous don't matter. And hey, if the whole point of the show doesn't matter, then why are any of us even watching?
This entire fiasco really just comes from a fundamental misunderstanding of why people tune into award shows in the first place. Here's a hint. It's not for the bits. It's for the genuine moments.
I mean, you can't say it better than this. The whole thing felt like some bizarre, unfunny episode of Black Mirror, you know? Shaming people into silence in the name of charity? It was, as the source puts it, a dystopian fart.
And here's the punchline that makes the entire stressful night completely pointless. After all that anxiety, the donation clock, of course, went into the negative. So what happened? They announced they'd be making a $350,000 donation anyway. The entire game was meaningless theater.
Which leads to this provocative final thought. What if, instead of punishing people for speaking from the heart, they rewarded it? Imagine a show that actually celebrated the speeches we all tune in to see.
So what do you think? Was this the worst award show bit ever, or just a noble idea that completely missed the mark? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this explainer, make sure you're subscribed for more. Thanks for watching.